Chris Watts murdered his pregnant wife and two little girls, all while the world believed he was a loving father and husband. The story of the Watts family is one that shocked not just their Colorado community, but the entire nation. It's a chilling reminder that sometimes the most horrifying secrets are hidden behind the most ordinary doors. Imagine scrolling through Facebook, seeing a picture-perfect Colorado family. Smiles, matching outfits, sweet captions. Their posts radiated happiness, love, and togetherness. Friends and strangers alike would comment, admiring their seemingly flawless life. But social media, as we know, can be a mask, a carefully curated highlight reel that hides the truth. But behind those posts, a nightmare was unfolding. The reality was far darker than any filter could hide. Shanann, Chris's wife, was struggling to keep her family together, unaware of the danger lurking in her own home. In August 2018, Shanann Watts and her two young daughters, Bella and Celeste, went missing. Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant with a baby boy. The news spread quickly, and the community rallied to search for them, hoping for a miracle. Flyers went up, neighbors joined the search, and the story made headlines across the country. Chris, her husband, stood on the porch, telling news cameras how desperate he was for their safe return. His voice was calm, too calm. He pleaded for their safety, but something about his demeanor felt off to many watching at home. He didn't shed a tear. He didn't seem frantic. Instead, he appeared almost detached, as if he was reading from a script. Police started digging, literally and figuratively. Chris's story? Full of holes. Investigators noticed inconsistencies in his timeline and behavior. The more they pressed, the more his story unraveled. He claimed Shanann left with the kids, but text messages, home security footage, and a failed polygraph started to tear his story apart. The digital trail told a different story, one of mounting tension, secret conversations, and a desperate attempt to cover up the truth. The truth was more horrific than anyone imagined. Chris admitted to killing Shanann after an argument. The confession sent shockwaves through the community. People who had once admired the Watts family were left speechless, unable to comprehend how such evil could hide in plain sight. Then, in a chilling confession, he revealed he'd smothered his own daughters. The details were almost too much to bear. The innocence of Bella and Celeste, lost forever, left a scar on everyone who heard their story. His motive? An affair with a co-worker. Chris wanted a new life, free from the family he'd once called his own. He was willing to destroy everything for a fleeting romance, blinded by selfishness and fantasy. Debt and financial stress pushed him further down a dark path. The Watts family was drowning in bills, and arguments about money became a regular occurrence. Chris felt trapped, but instead of seeking help, he chose the unthinkable. He hid Shanann's body in a shallow grave on an oil site where he worked. It was a place he thought no one would look, a remote, desolate field far from the warmth of home. He placed his daughters' bodies inside oil tanks. The cold, industrial setting was a stark contrast to the love and laughter that once filled their home. It was a final, heartless act meant to erase his crimes. That's where police, following a web of digital clues, found them. The investigation was relentless, piecing together every text, every GPS ping, every security camera frame, until the truth was undeniable. The world was stunned. The perfect marriage, plastered across social media, had masked a perfect crime. People everywhere questioned how well they really knew their neighbors, their friends, even their own families. Chris Watts pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty. He's now serving 5 life sentences, no chance of parole. Justice was served, but the wounds left behind may never fully heal. The Watts case is still talked about, not just because of its horror, but because it reminds us, not everything you see online is real. Behind every smiling photo, there could be a story you'd never imagine. It's a sobering lesson about the dangers of judging lives by their digital appearance. If this story left you speechless, hit subscribe for more chilling true crime stories. There are countless tales like this, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned and remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones who look just like us.